Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you my Psyche build, um, and I'm going to show you a run through the Act 12 of Immersive Theater.
I knew
So
you'd
first,
bring me along.
we're going to have a look at Psyche's build. As for her stats, I have her attack at 1700, her skill damage at 184%, her skill range at 118%, her duration and skill efficiency are both at 100%, and her resolve is at 24.3%. Right? Here are her demon wedges. Now, I have a gold blaze volition, which stops me from using any purple blaze volitions. That's the reason I'm using 3 blaze resolves. Now, for you, I would suggest replacing 2 of these with a blaze volition, right? The reason I haven't is because I was too lazy to farm him. But this build, although probably a little bit harder than having 3 blaze volitions on, is completely viable in the Immersive Theater. And later on, obviously, you're going to want to replace this blaze with either a blaze resolve or a blaze volition. I just haven't done it right now because I don't feel like it. Right. We're running her signature weapon. The stat bonus is the only part of it that matters. The weapon skill. The build doesn't matter on it. And for her ranged weapon, we're running the Rend Husk. We're running this because Psyche gets a lot of skill damage. See, I already have 184%. If you look at Whispering Zephyr's ability, when you use a combat skill, which is her E, you get an additional 84%, right? So we're overcapping on skill damage, right? You don't need this much skill damage. So after this much skill damage, the more skill damage we get, we're going to be getting diminishing returns. So because of that, we're going to want to stack attack percent, because that is going to give us a bigger return for the amount that we're putting in, right? Now, I have it smelted 1. It is possible to do this without smelting it if you have Psyche's Intron 2. If you don't have it, you're going to want to smelt the Rend Husk probably, I'd say, 3 or 4 times. And if you don't have her Intron 1 at all, honestly, I would suggest that you just run Lyn. Just farm up a couple Introns on Lyn, get a good build on Lyn, and do the current Immersive Theater with your Lyn. But it shouldn't be very difficult for you to do the up to, how much is it? I think you can probably get a guaranteed Intron 1 probably by here, which that's only your, how many is that? 6x, 7x? I mean, I've heard that Act 6, I don't actually remember doing it, or how difficult it was when I was doing it. I've heard that the Act 6 is a fairly big barrier, but you could probably get your Intron 1 if you're unlucky by then, right? And the reason the Intron 1 is so important is because it's going to increase your sustain by a lot. You're really going to need the sustain that her skill gives you, or that her Intron 1 gives you, because your Truffles and Filbert is just not going to be giving you enough with her healing. In your Daphne,
Emergency supplies
is also
are packed,
not going
ready
to
to
give
deploy
you
at any time.
healing. Right. So that Intron 1 is very important.
I knew you'd bring me along.
Now, for her skills, I have them all maxed. I haven't increased this, even though I can. So no, some people may not want to use their resources yet. This resource, or they might not like Psyche and they're only wanting to build her for the immersive theater currently, so they might not want to put this in, right? So again, it's just to make it more relatable. For Truffle and Filbert,
Wakey, wakey.
you don't need to level these
It's time to
two,
leave.
but this one you have to level because this is her healing and it's her damage boost. For your Daphne,
Emergency supplies are packed.
I'm pretty
ready
sure.
to deploy at any time.
No, you probably should level this. You should level this one. I haven't. I don't think you need to level this at all, but I have. This one I'm pretty sure is more important. Yeah, because it gives you your animo damage buff. That's the reason I leveled that one. For their weapons,
Filbert, wakey,
the
wakey.
one I have on Truffle
Time
is
to
going to be
leave.
the most important one. Because landing a crit hit with this is going to give you multiple buffs on your characters, right? And if we go and look at Psyche,
I knew you'd bring
I
me
believe it
along.
is this. No. I don't remember which. Yeah, it's this. This skill right here. The more buffs you have on your Psyche, the more damage she is going to be doing, right? So, Truffle and Filbert with this weapon, applying
Wakey,
lots of
wakey.
buffs onto your
It's time
Psyche,
to leave.
is going to be increasing your damage by a lot. For Daphne,
Emergency
it doesn't really
supplies
matter
are
what you put on
packed,
Daphne, so I
Ready
don't
to
think so.
deploy at any time.
Personally, I didn't really put much on her. I put this on her specifically because I have it built, right? So it's just a little bit of extra damage from your Daphne, which can be helpful.
I knew you'd bring me along.
Now I think, no, sorry, that is not
Oh, no.
all we're going to be looking at. For the Geniemon, we're going to be using the Dandy Meow, right? The reason we're going to be using the Dandy Meow is because the support skill is going to heal your Psyche, and I have it at 20 or level 2, so it's going to be 24% of your max HP. And then obviously the passive skill buffs your animal attack, right? So keeping your Psyche at a high HP is going to be very, very important
I knew you'd bring me
because
along.
of the, which skill is it? It's this skill right here, your ephemeral as dew skill. This is going to be giving you your resolve buff as if you were 1 HP. As long as your HP is above 75%, which you're going to want to do. Your Intron 1 is going to be helping with that, your Truffle and Filbert and your Daphne are going to be helping with that, and your Geniemon skill are going to be helping with that. Now, you can't keep this up all the time. You're going to have times where you go below 75% HP, but your goal is to be keeping it as high as possible, for as long as possible. And the buff only lasts 30 seconds. Now, you can increase that with skill duration, but my current build does not have skill duration on it. In my experience, if you try to build skill duration, you're just not going to have enough DPS. Even the build I currently have sometimes can almost not make it, and I may even have to cut out a few tries on this video to get the correct one. If you really want to guarantee, I would suggest you forge your rent husk higher than I have it, because that is going to be helping you a lot. Right, so let's go and hop into the immersive theater. Let's see, it's Act 12. The reason it's Act 12 specifically is because if you look right here, this is going to be your last secret letter you're going to be getting for your Psyche. Right, and that's at 60 stars. You get 5 stars per. Obviously 12 times 5 is 60, right? So we're going to just go ahead and hop in here.
I'm so excited. I finally get to fight with you.
And you're going to want to stay near your Truffles,
Blossom
Filbert,
like flowers.
as well as your Daphne. If you don't, you're not going to be getting the healing from them. You're going to be staying as close as possible to them, right? And you can see we're doing a lot of damage, right? this build
How much longer
can
must the flames of war demand our blood?
clear these guys almost as quickly as they're spawning.
This is gonna hurt.
Right. Now, that's only going to be so
I will
easy
maintain
for
the
the
utmost respect for human
first
life.
couple areas, right? I think Truffle and Clover would push them over here.
Peace that will come one day.
Actually, no, I think my intro 2 did that. Which kind of screwed me over a little bit. Because now they're all over the place, and I
How
can
much longer
hardly
must the flames of
do
war
my alien.
demand our blood?
It's not an issue though, because this is only the first area, right? So we're not going to struggle here very much.
I will maintain the
And we're also not
utmost
really going to
respect
struggle
for
on the
human
second
life.
area with this build. The real
How
struggle,
much longer must the flames of war
you're also going to want to run over here to get the HP
decay?
from
The
Sandy.
burning peace that will come one day.
The real struggle is going to be coming, though, from the third and fourth areas, right? That's going to be where it really gets difficult. And I have a suggestion, right? To ignore the phantoms. In my experience, it's not worth killing the phantoms because they simply take too long to kill, right?
Anesthesia and
The
debridement ready.
clones are actually very easy to kill, right? But the
How
actual
much
phantom
longer must the flames of war demand our blood?
takes too long. Now, sometimes you do want to actually kill the phantoms.
The peace that will come
Most of the
one
time
day.
you don't, but I might actually have to kill one here if I can't get
I
these
will
guys
maintain the utmost
low enough,
respect for human life.
if they don't spawn quickly enough. I might not have, might not be able to kill them. Oh, actually, there's a bunch over here.
How much longer must
Yeah, I
the
don't think I'll
flames
put
of war
any
demand our
phantoms here.
blood?
For the fourth room, you most likely are going to need to kill the phantoms. Well, no, not most likely. You are going to need to kill the phantoms. It's just not gonna work out if you don't. Because
Break
the
free
room
from
is
the
just too big.
cocoon.
Yeah, if you're using Lin,
The utmost respect for
oh,
human
where
life.
they barely ever spawn up here. I usually put the map on here
The
because they
peace
spawn
that will
in
come
three
one day.
locations. What was it? Right, the fourth area is, the room is too big, right? It's very, you want to kill these thunder storms that are easy to kill. They give a lot of score.
This is gonna
The
hurt.
fourth
How
room
much
is just
longer
way
must
too
the
big.
flames of war demand
Right.
our blood?
It's very, very, very difficult to clear AoE. Now, if you build more skill range, it might not be
I will
big of an
maintain
issue,
the
but
utmost
I would
respect for
just
human
doing that.
life. The peace that will come one day.
Yeah, the fourth area is too big, so it's very hard to kill the mobs
How much longer must the
in a
flames
timely
of war
manner.
demand our
So you're gonna have
blood?
to focus the elites,
I will maintain the utmost respect for
reliably
human life.
get your score. Right, this is the room.
Blossom like flowers.
I've done many, many build reiterations to successfully clear this room,
How much longer must the flames of war demand our blood?
and that's where I came across the current build I'm using.
The peace that will come one day.
Now, you're going to be doing a little bit better than I am doing,
Maintain the utmost
because I
respect for
have
human life.
to won't be just talking, as well as all of the maxing of her and sanity and HP that you have to do with Psyche, so I'm mostly half paying attention right now. So it's going to be, it might be a little
How much longer must the flames of war demand our blood?
This is gonna hurt.
close, right?
I will maintain the utmost
Now,
respect
sometimes you
for
have to get
human life.
very lucky on your runs to get some of these thunderstorm elites to spawn, right? I think my last run,
How much
I
longer
was testing to see how reliable this build was. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get phantoms, so it's gonna look better for the phantoms. There's a thunderstorm right there. Right,
I will maintain the utmost respect for human life.
I'll have to commit. But the last run I did, I was getting very lucky. Yeah, I don't. It says something like this is gonna work. spam my skill, and yeah, see, it's very close, right? So you're gonna want to forward your Ren Husk a little bit more than I have, or else you might have to do that boss fight without room just a couple times before you can
How
get
much
it.
longer must the flames
Right,
of war
and I
demand
just
our
missed
blood?
it. Don't do that. Don't miss
Break
it.
free from the cocoon.
For the peace
I meant to
that will
click my
come
E and I was
I
preoccupied
won't
with talking,
surrender.
so I clicked my Q instead. Right, so yeah, like I was saying, you're gonna want to forge your Ren Husk to guarantee your success at that room 4, because it is very difficult. Right. And here, the small clearing is important. Right, you're gonna use BCP. I really hate these boss animations with Psyche because you are losing so much sanity and so much HP just sitting in your ultimate form and not negative or anything. This is the second time that she's done this. She usually doesn't do this. Summoning all these whirlwinds, or tornadoes, I mean, while she's invincible. I forgot my train of thought, so forgive me if I was saying something important. Yeah, as you can see, this build really only struggles on the fourth room, right? It doesn't really struggle on the boss or the first 3 rooms, right? Now, you look at my damage, you can see the damage. I believe this is 2 billion. I'm not gonna count it. I'm not gonna count it, but I believe that's 2 billion damage. And you see the Truffles and Filbert, and the Daphne. Truffles and Filbert actually did way more damage than she usually does. She only does like a million, I think. I think this time, 7 million. Sorry, she does 4 million. I thought this was double-digit millions. It's not. It's a single digit. But Daphne, you see, that's not a small amount. Now, compared to this amount, it is definitely a small amount. But, you know, she pulls in her weight. But, yeah. This is the build that's going to get you through Act 12. You can use this on all acts. Even if you don't have an intro on 1, you can reasonably get through your Acts 1 through, I'd say, probably 8. Now, past that, you're going to want your introns. I haven't tried doing the Act 12 without the Intron 2. But from my experience, the DPS increase of your Intron 2 is very significant and is going to be incredibly helpful towards completing the Immersive Theater. So I would suggest having that. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. And I'll catch you guys next time. Hello guys, I noticed in my post recording that I hadn't shown Psyche's Consonance weapon or Daphne's and Truffle's and Filbert's build. So I'm going to be showing you that now. Now, I don't have the gold demon wedges yet, but I am using multi-shot. The multi-shot increases your DPS by a lot. Running the Immersive Theater is probably not going to be possible if you don't have the multi-shot. For example, if you put the Impetus on for the double attack, right? Your DPS is going to increase a lot, but... your damage is going to increase a lot. Your DPS is going to decrease by a lot. So you're going to want to put the multi-shot on. We're using the spike attack. Now, it doesn't matter which of these you put on. your damage is going to be the same, or your attack stat is going to be the same. And then we're running the crit on her, right? Now, if you look at Truffles and Filbert,
Wakey, wakey.
this is a build.
It's time to
I believe if I
leave.
remember correctly, this just prioritizes her HP because her healing is on her HP. I think some skill range as well.
Emergency supplies are packed,
Daphne build,
ready to deploy at any time.
I believe this just prioritizes her sanity as well as her skill range. And although her healing does scale on her attack, I don't believe I built a lot of attack on her. Yeah, doesn't look like I did. But yeah, those are the builds for the Consonance weapon and Truffles and Filbert as well as Daphne.